Okay, I'm going to comment on several things that Nigella for me commented on her video. Now, first, he's talking about Iran. Now, she's wondering if Trump sent a handful of B-2s over there to bomb, and some Tomahawk cruise missiles to bomb 3 nuclear sites. Now, she's wondering if that might not be a false flag operation. I think what she said to boost the American economy. I remember when George Bush had bombed Iraq. That was a false flag. The reason she said was because they were developing developing uranium to use in atom bombs. I wondered that myself if that might not have been a false flag. Maybe he just wanted to. I think the world is better off that Iran doesn't have a nuclear a uranium enrichment program. But I'm just sorry that innocent people that had nothing to do with it got killed at the same time. That's one place where I have a problem with it. Now I should tell about a Scandinavian country that has all female politicians, or they're politicians. Now there's several European countries that currently have a female president or prime minister. Margaret Thatcher was president, or was prime minister of the UK for a long time. Now, Spain or Italy, I know Italy has a female president or prime minister, and one of the former Soviet satellite states. I can't think. They have a female, president or prime minister. I can't. You periodically see these when they have these G7 type get-togethers. These photo ops where world leaders are appearing like the one I just had up in was in Canada somewhere. Can't remember exactly where it was at, but it was a G7 meeting of world leaders. I think it's more ego party photo op than anything else. I don't think they really solve any world problems. Let's see, what else am I going to cover? I should tell about the housing prices. I remember, as a kid, house would sell for maybe $17,000 or something. I remember saying $17,500. Now that's $200,000 home. But minimum wage back then was what, $1 an hour or something like that, and now it's what, 17 an hour, 20 an hour, something like that, maybe 25. I don't know what current minimum wage is for if there's a it's got to vary a little bit for each state too. But people are making a lot more money per hour now than they were back then. So it's kind of, and the same thing with food prices. I remember you get a hamburger for $1 or $2. Now that's about $4 or $5. But same thing. The wages were a lot lower when they were cheaper. So it's you kind of got to look at in perspective. Sure, things are higher now, but we're making more money per hour too. Whether it takes more hours or less hours to buy the same thing, I'm not quite sure. You could sit down and figure it out if you wanted. Now, the last thing I'm going to comment. Now, I buy a fair amount of stuff from Goodwill, and I'll practice. The underwear I currently wearing, I got at Goodwill. I periodically wonder, maybe sometimes people die, and their family will give their stuff to Goodwill, or maybe somebody died. Somebody died wearing these underwear, and the funeral home that took care of this guy, took all his clothes off and just probably donated it to Goodwill. Goodwill washed it and sold it. That's kind of creepy to think that. I'm sure I have clothes that were owned by people that were owned by people that died and that they were donated to Goodwill. So that's kind of creepy thinking that you got dead people's clothing. I remember there was one antique store said that. I think it's one that Adam Wu had visited somewhere in the East, but it said we sell dead people stuff. That's kind of creepy. Okay, love y'all. Bye bye.